Just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Hey, welcome to Education with Miyoshi. I am Michael T. Miyoshi, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about what goes on in my virtual classroom at this point in time. I was singing along with Aretha Franklin there, the Queen of Soul. Probably her signature song, Respect, because that's what I want to talk about today. Respect. Respect is the cornerstone of all the rules in my classroom, and so I wanted to talk about them here with you today. So let's get started. So respect. Everything I do in my classroom, and whether it's on videos or in my classroom in real life, all the rules have to do with respect. Respect also stands for the things that I want you to respect if you are in my classroom. So respect the room itself. And when I'm in my classroom, I tell my students, respect the room because you are going to be there for the next 180 days or maybe 90 days if you're only in there for a semester. And so respect the room. I let students eat in my class because they're going to be there for anywhere between an hour and a half, somewhere in that time frame. So I let them eat, I let them drink. I tell the kids if you have something you want to drink, as long as it's legal for you to drink it, you can have it in a container that has a lid. Just have your lips or your lid on there so that you don't have to spill anything. I have computers in my room, so we don't want to wreck the keyboards. Funny story about that is I am the only one who's ruined a keyboard by spilling water on it. I was trying to help a student put the lid back on and knocked it over. Anyway, so respect the room. E stands for each other. Everybody has intrinsic value. People have intrinsic value, so you need to respect each other just because of that intrinsic value. So respect each other. S, school rules. I tell people, hey, respect the school rules, and that's one of the things in my classroom. One of the school rules that I especially kind of uphold is the dress code, and I know this is a virtual setting, but I like to tell people that, hey, I don't want to see your underwear, I don't want to see your belly button, and those kind of things. So dress appropriately, dress moderately, and then also that I don't want to have any hate messages or drugs and alcohol messages on your shirts. And since we will be having class virtually, I don't want to see that there as well. Anyway, respect the what are we on? The school rules. The other thing about school rules is I don't want any swearing, profanity, or the use of the Lord's name in vain. So no profanity, of course, and the use of Jesus Christ as swear words, or even oh my God as swearing. That's not acceptable in my class or virtually or in my classroom in real life. So don't use profanity, don't use the Lord's name in vain. Okay? R-E-S-P. Respect other people's property. So if you have a best friend, I tell students in my class, if you have your best friend in my class and you're used to just grabbing stuff from that person, don't do that in class. Just ask first. That way we know things are hunky-dory there. So respect each other's property. E and the C, respect the equipment and the computers. And so if you have a school-issued computer, then you want to respect that, of course. In my classroom, there's lots of different types of equipment. I have 3D printers, I have computers, I have all those kind of things. So I have my students make sure they respect those things as well. Because if a computer goes down, that means perhaps somebody will be out of a computer for a while. So respect the equipment and the computers. Last of all, the T stands for respect the teacher. So I tell my students in my class, hey, respect the position of the teacher. You don't have to respect me as a person until I have earned it. And I always tell this little story to go along with it. And so I have some siblings. I have two brothers and one sister. And one of my brothers who was in elementary school at the time, and I think he's in 5th grade or 6th grade or something like that. I think 5th grade. And he had a teacher who said, hey, you must respect me. You need to respect me. You've got to respect. I demand that you respect me. And he said, in simple terms, he just said no. And part of the reason why I don't think he was being too obnoxious or anything like that, but part of the reason I think was because he's just been learning he's just been putting into practice what our parents had always taught us. And that is that you have to earn respect. and that you gain it from what you do and what you say. And that's what he was kind of telling his teacher, but he didn't quite put it so tactfully. Anyway, so he got in trouble from the teacher. They had to have a parent conference or something like that. I don't think that he got in much trouble at home because, hey, he was doing what they had always taught us, and that is that you respect people based on, you gain respect based on what people say and what they do. And that's how you gain respect. So, respect, again, that's part and parcel of my classroom. That's what I teach in my class. It's how I run my class. Respect. Respect the room, respect each other, respect the school rules, respect the equipment and the computers, and respect the teacher. Again, respect the position of the teacher, not necessarily me until I have earned it. And that goes in terms of in-person, online, and even in these videos. So, thanks for joining me. Hopefully you come back and join me again for more education with Miyoshi.